Hello and welcome to Meet the Characters, which is a new little series that we're doing at Adventurers Wanted, where basically I'm making minis with everyone who's playing in Undergods, thanks to our lovely sponsors Hero Forge, who have just updated what they have so that we get to do colour as well as all the different details that you can probably see kind of floating around on the screen over to my side. Obviously I'm currently joined by Tom, who plays
Hello.
Polaris, and each character in Undergods has their own challenges when trying to make a mini for them. I guess with Polaris we'll get to the fact that he canonically has no bones.
He does have no bones.
Tom, do you want to tell us a little bit more about Polaris, and then we'll kind of get into making him up?
Sure, yeah. I mean, as a starting point, if you were to picture a pirate captain made of water, that would be a place to start. He is humanoid, but as has been discussed, he has no bones because he is effectively, he's kind of an in-game, he's a genasi or water genie, as some people would know it, with elemental elements as well in how I've flavoured him to look, which means effectively, yes, he is a reshaped form of the sea, which again means he has no bones, but he still has the structure of a human. And yeah, he's relatively tall. He's kind of, I feel like it was weird enough that he looked like the sea, so I've not then tried to subvert the pirate captain costume any further than that. So I'm sure we'll find lots of goodies to make him look cool in here. And he's most famous weapon-wise for a trident, of course, because that would sort of make sense. Which, thanks to being an Eldritch Knight, he can do the whole summon it back to his hand thing, which is, cool. Don't know if the mini can do that. Probably can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the future, magnetic minis would be awesome with something like that. There's a new idea for Hero Forge to get started on, is how to do returning tridents. So starting off, there is technically there are human bodies. There is also elementals, which I feel is the closest other thing.
That sounds
Polaris.
Good. Oh, hello. Yes.
That's the different. There we go.
What's the difference? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. It has that certain element of this is a human, but it's not. That thing of humanoid, but actually the features are rather different. And I quite like the big eyebrows and things, though we do have more control over that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have options for
cool
eyebrows and such. Face. We've got the softness bar, and we've also got just various different face shapes and types. Shout if there's anything you particularly like, or if there's just a thought of I really think that his nose needs to be like this or something. Sure,
yeah. Well, at the moment we've got here, obviously the default thing is quite sort of classical hero, very cheekbony, very square-jawed. I think for Polaris, I think it's probably a slightly more stern look than this. This looks a bit more like.
Let's go then.
Of course, we could go straight to I've always enjoyed the slide on Hero Forged. It is one of my favourite things.
It's the best.
It's how big the mouth is, right?
Yeah. Do really bad animation where you just use this and people talk in the background. I guess Snarl is kind of the closest we have to making him look.
Yeah, he is pretty permanently unimpressed with what's going on in the events of Undergods. That's actually quite a nice level for his mouth. Sideways,
that's more just looking around. I don't know if eyes up and down will help also communicate kind of, I'm done with this. It's also a bit tricky because they've not been coloured in yet.
True.
Is there anything additional you want to add in terms of expression?
No, I think that works. I think maybe his, as I say, it's maybe his cheeks are a little, his cheekbones are a little bit cut glass devastating at the moment. So it might be nicer to.
We can soften that. It kind of makes the face a bit more femme in general, the softness thing. But we could potentially find one that has. Because I
think one thing is he looks a bit younger than I picture him.
That has slightly
I think that's a little more. Yeah.
Less cut glass.
This person. Yeah. Definitely. That's a bit more yeah.
Cool.
That feels right.
Any thoughts on his ears?
Yeah, the ears being sticky outy, which I saw when it came up as the elemental, that's not really how I've pictured him. So something a little less egregious
We've got
for the ears, perhaps.
tiny plain human ones. There's also like the detail of ripped up ears.
Ooh.
But if you're looking for something that's actually quite standard.
Yeah, I think probably just quite standard ears.
Now hair, there's a lot of scope here.
There's a lot of hair.
And I don't think we've really got into like Polaris' hair in terms of.
I'm not sure he. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really picture him bald, but he does wear a hat, so it could actually be that we make the decision here that actually he is just a hairless mass of water. Because how could the mass of water have hair? But obviously, therefore, the top of his head is like what's the word? Set off by wearing a hat. I'd be game for actually going with clean shaven. Yeah. As I said, of course that means the eyebrows, of course, are important for him being able to look scornfully at things. So we can say that they are like masses of sea foam that have like frothed up on his face. But like that's harder to do with like a mass of flowing hair. Like why would that?
Yeah, that's super cool colour for the like, and he's clean shaven, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Those are probably the most like sea foamy eyebrows we're gonna have. I mean, I doubt you're looking for robotic eyes or alien eyes.
No, sadly. Though I have used the robotic eyes on another character I made once. They are pretty cool.
Do you want anything in particular in terms of teeth?
Teeth. I think again, like
classic.
Just classic teeth. I don't think why he'd have.
And yeah, we're gonna probably like just skip over additional because that is predominantly horns.
Predominantly horns. Excellent. Horns. That is cool though.
So body, it's still kind of humanoid. Feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
As the base measurements, you said he was quite tall.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what your. He's like taller than this, 6'6"? I guess, because this looks. Yeah, 6'6" works.
I feel like that's probably.
He's a commanding presence, you know. He's.
Then we get into stuff like posture and muscularity. For Polaris.
I think he is a fighter. I think posture. I'm not sure what posture does. Can I have
posture is basically the bolt upright.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's definitely like bolt. I think he's probably a bolt upright type then.
Yeah.
Because of his sort of natural commanding stuff, and for build, I think. Yeah, I think he's pretty muscular. Like I think his strength is 20 at this point. So he would, by definition, be very strong.
Yeah.
Though of course we can flavour that how we like. But I think I also think the party, thinking about it, doesn't have many people who've got rippling biceps. So it's probably a good idea for someone to be able to like do the heavy lifting sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to do in terms of like the general measurements of Polaris? We've got him looking pretty muscular and stood bolt upright.
I mean, does that look sort of fairly logical, authority, commanding pirate captain to you? Because like I say, I didn't really. He's made of water. That's where the big difference is. Like I didn't want to then completely subvert what a pirate captain looks like.
I think that looks pretty plausible. I mean, we're just about to get up to clothing, and I think clothing will make the big difference because
definitely
every character looks a little bit odd while they're still in like their belted underpants.
Yes. Got to have your belted underpants to survive in D&D. Oh my god, is the first option just a pirate? I mean, it's not called that, but that looks like a pirate to me.
Clothes.
I mean, okay, it's a little more camp than I thought.
Yeah. There's some full scale stuff, but if there's anything like in that you want to keep, we can just go to the other options and kind of shift.
Yes, I've done that. Oh, that's a swashbuckler.
I mean, potentially we might be able to do swashbuckler, but add a coat or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking swashbuckler with a coat seems like a thing. And he throws his trident too much to have no depth perception, canonically.
There's also stuff like nobleman's looks like it could be quite a well-off pirate.
Yes, well, he is well off, as we recall. Because, of course, he's technically a privateer, as I always say on the show. He is a privateer because he has a contract with the government that is governing the island he lives around. And he doesn't do it for nothing. That was another like Royal Navy style captain's hat there, wasn't it? With the it was a bicorn, wasn't it? Yeah.
A more femme pirate, basically.
Great, cool. But yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. Females get the bicorn, and masked people get the tricorn.
I've never actually seen a bike one before.
Yeah, if you watch like Hornblower or like old school Napoleonic stuff, I think it's I think it's later. I think the tricorn is more. I don't know. I'm really showing off my sword and sail lack of knowledge here, but tricorns I think are.
You're going to get shamed, Tom, for this
I'm
lack
horrible.
of knowledge.
You do not want to upset people who know loads about the Navy. You really don't.
This video is going to go viral purely for your lack of knowledge on this subject.
Ignorant RPG guy just gets schooled on bicorns. Must watch.
Do you want to like go with this as a base and see if there's like a coat or something we can?
Yeah, that works. I think. Let's see what we can do. Because the open neck thing, Outlaws duster.
I love the fact that there's dusters.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be too.
Let's have a look. It looks pretty good. I gotta say, it is quite chunky. I think we're going to be going with something like that. That's a duster with no shirt. I mean, shirtless duster is a bit. I mean, actually, I think we talked about this last time, didn't we?
Yeah, didn't.
I think in the last session he doesn't actually wear a shirt because he doesn't need clothes in the way that people normally do.
Yeah.
So he has we did a whole thing about he wears a coat to have pockets.
Yeah.
And to keep like the wind away and stuff. But like in terms of actually keeping warm and whatever, I mean, yeah, I don't think he really needs it. So actually, there's something kind of cool, and also it would really display. I'm not talking about displaying the abs, though; those are great too. But it's more about showing off the fact that this guy is made of water. He's not just got like a blue head or whatever.
Yeah,
we're going to be seeing a whole body that is. Yeah, I'd go with that actually.
Cool.
I think that's real cool.
If we're feeling good about that, then okay, right. So now we need to find.
Yeah. Yes.
Trident.
This is where it all comes down to the trident.
I'm gonna start with other because
Can you get a bident?
Most of these are. I don't know.
Would it be under? Good point.
I'll have a look under pole arms just to see if there's like some kind of trident thing.
I saw something there.
Aha!
Da 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 da.
Left-handed or right-handed?
All of my characters, Chloe, are left-handed. He has technically he has control. He has used 2 tridents in the campaign. He had his original one. No, I think a huge.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's very cool.
Good.
It might be because you can mount things. Can you mount them on their back, or is it? Because I know there is stuff you can put on their back.
If you go to back, or side back
there's a thing
items,
that says back items. Would that allow you to put anything that could normally be held? Because I think actually picturing him with the trident over his shoulder, you see that gives us more to do with his hands. You see,
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so
and
we'll
maybe
take
put a pack on there, like a simple pack on there. Yeah.
Cool. Let's just take off that eye patch.
Sorry, he's got eye patches are very traditional, but
any other items? Or do you just want the hands free for like posing?
Have we got any rings we could do? Because he's quite interested in booty.
Basically, there's 3 types of rings, and you can pick however many fingers you want to put rings on. Great.
Can I like give you carte blanche to make his hands look kind of piratey ringy?
Absolutely. Definitely little pinky rings, because for some reason I feel that's a very pirate thing. So I'm trying to like. Okay, we get a bit more of a sense of where they are from this angle. And just so that it's not totally even. Actually, I think a big old thumb ring. I'm gonna take that one off. I'm gonna put another one there. Cool. That's me done with jewelry.
Happy with that. That looks great.
Base, we're going plain with everyone's because we're using the special little stands.
Oh yes, the initiative marker.
Yeah.
That's cool with me.
Mounts are just fun to briefly look at.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that you can put someone on a motorcycle randomly.
We did ride a rhino, didn't we?
Yes, unfortunately there's
we were
and
hauled by a rhino.
You have been recently riding horses.
That's true, we were the last session. We had a nice little horse bit.
This is unfortunately my internet being a bit
That is probably exactly what I looked like when I was doing that scene, so that's very cool. We've got quite a Paul Revere thing going on, I think, with the hat.
The couple of rounds before you had someone else on the horse with you.
That's true, and we had an in-depth chat about whether he should tell me things before we crashed into a tree.
Yeah.
He agreed with me, funnily enough.
What are you thinking in terms of what kind of pose do you want? And obviously, there are basically these give you basic things, but then you can go much more detailed.
Oh, that wasn't in it when I used it. It's been a while since I used Hero Forge. This is very cool.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do this. If
he
you
does
want
have no
Polaris
bones.
to be doing this, we can make that happen. A kind of general stance, I guess, to go with.
Can we scroll down a bit? I think it's probably best for me to just see some options.
Yeah. There's kind of a lot of fighty type ones.
Yeah.
Which feel right, but it depends obviously because right now he's not got Trent in hand. I mean, there's physical fighting.
Pugilist, yeah. Let's come on, bring it. He is, of course, a Eldritch Knight, and of course, part of his power is that he can shoot lightning from his hand. So I'm wondering if there's something that foregrounds his hand. Is there a casting a spell one?
There's this one which is called Power Up. We could do some stuff with like twisting that arm over, so it's more like it's kind of
like he's going
calling something down.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. To be honest, I think so far that's my candidate. Yeah, let's see what we can do with his hand to make it a bit more.
So I guess this one. I don't think there's an option to necessarily open it.
Unclench it. Yeah, that's okay. But whoa.
I see. We can. Oh no! Wait. If I 1 second, I reckon it's the arm that I need to. Oh, that's. The thing is, he doesn't have bones, so a bit of me goes,
no.
This looks
yeah,
like
he
it's
can
wrong.
do.
And a bit
but there is
goes,
that uncanny valley thing, isn't there? Yeah.
Wait. It's the elbow. I always forget. There's some elbow options here that might help in terms of trying to get this. No, that's absolutely fine. We don't want to. Yeah, it's all in getting these twists to work for us. If we bring that. Nope.
That's a little terrifying.
There's kind of, we can get it a little bit. I'm guessing that's going to just. That's just punching him.
She just punched himself in the face. The stop hitting yourself cut of Undergods.
We can get it kind of a little bit more out like that.
I think maybe just actually the way it's been turned around a bit, and then like move it in a bit more so it's more pointing out directly in front of him. That'll look a bit more like he's kind of about to fire a bolt of something.
Oh, okay. Then that's probably like. Can I tilt down? What would you like in terms of? I'm trying to. So you want it kind of out in front of him.
Yeah.
And what position do you want the fist in? Should it be kind of like facing up or almost facing out like a kind of magical punch?
I think, let's do magical punch.
Magical punch, okay. So this just gives me a thing that I can focus on in terms of I need to make the hand get to this end point. Just that in there. Tilt that up. And then this wrist we can. Something like that?
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
I really like that.
Now, colour.
This was not in it when I last used it. I'm really, really excited about this.
So basically, the way to go through this is pick an overall one. I know that it might not be the precise one that you want.
I mean, oh my God.
We can kind of figure it out.
But there's already one called Aquatic, which has excited me a huge amount.
So
that seems like a decent colour to start with.
Yeah. And then this is like a theme is for clothing overall, but when we get to paint and mix, we can like choose individual colours and choose very specific areas to tweak and to colour and stuff.
Very cool.
Do any of these...
Do you see the bottom right one?
This one?
Yeah, that one looked pretty cool.
Yeah?
I think the contrast of the brown and green with the Yeah. It's like unflashy, but his trident has really cool bright colours coming off it.
Yeah,
The gold and the
unflashy
brass.
makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. He's got his bling on his rings, but that's otherwise he just wears what he needs to wear.
So,
okay. So
if we want to kind of colour in anything, including we can say select individual rings or little features, we can kind of pick out those eyebrows with the sea foam. We can
I'd love to do the sea foam,
the gems in the rings, etc.
Great.
What would you like to do with the eyebrows? So this is like all our hair colours.
Lovely.
We can
let's just use white hair. Well. Maybe the white hair one. Yeah, can see what that does to the. Whoosh. Yeah, that's cool because it now looks like frothy sea foam. I like that a lot.
Are you good with kind of gold and silver for the trident, or would you like to make it all gold or different colours?
Could we make the silver a slightly more aquatic colour? Like a sort of a blue-green or something. Maybe some of these. Yeah, there was some very running sea.
Running sea.
Yeah.
But we can get one that's a little bit stronger if you want.
Yeah, maybe some of these bluey green ones. Let's see. Ocean Force Blue.
Ocean Force.
Ocean Force Blue. Yeah, look at that. That's it. That's what I was kind of going for. Of like,
nice.
That if that comes at you, you're not going to think, oh, that's a peasant who lives on land, are you? Like, no, this is not a farming implement. This is a trident from the depths. That's very cool. I think.
What are you thinking about the jewellery?
Yeah, the jewellery. I think it would probably all be gold.
All gold. Okay.
He is now gold.
Like really,
that's cool.
Really detailed.
You can play a.
What colour would you like the gems?
Ooh, let's go with like 2 different colours. Let's maybe make one green, one red. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, you're using potion colours.
Well, I'm going through like the different things. I feel like glass is the best reference point. Let's go for this green as well.
Nice. Oh, that looks great.
I'm going to take off the final ring there because there's one more ring that I think he should have.
Would be practical.
Just
Given I conduct electricity, having all this metal on my hands is probably not a good move.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool. Any further little bits and pieces? Like you can slightly tweak the skin colour or something?
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. Maybe make it a little darker. I was picturing more of a kind of deep sea green than this sort of paler, like almost Mediterranean look.
So if that's say like our starting one, there's
yeah. Oh, you can just drag a thing around.
Oh yeah, you can kind of pick ones that you've used before and then adjust them, or you can just full on. But that's the kind of blue that would
That's
create.
Good. That's cool. I think I would maybe put a bit more black in that. I love the shine on that, though. I think it's a little Dr. Manhattan in terms of the blue color itself. So if we could maybe get that closer to somewhere between blue and green, because it's very blue.
Thinking Mystique, but yeah.
Yeah, different reference.
But it changes as we drag it here, which is handy. So that's more tealy.
Yeah, and I love teal. Love teal. That's very cool. And the shine feels like it gives a sense of translucence.
Yeah, it's a really nice finish.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I think that's him.
Yeah, that's...
He's getting ready to blast you with one of his shock bolts. He's got a badass trident. He's got seafoam eyebrows, which is our little detail, and the rings look great.
Yeah.
Maybe eye colour. I guess we've not done that, and I'm curious as to how that looks. Maybe that'll add us a little something. Red face.
Ooh, that was me trying to zoom in the wrong way. So, eyes. There is a set here for eyes.
Eye colour. Oh my.
There's also different types of eyes. What colour were you thinking?
I think again like sea coloured. Like he'd have white eyes, but like with a sea coloured iris maybe. Just that would be just quite nice to.
There's that. Is that a bit too close to the skin?
Can we zoom in anymore?
I'm sure there is a way to. This is me having not
Fine. I think that does look about right. The aquatic thing, that is cool, but they're more like what aquatic creature eyes that like, aren't they? Rather than, and he's not a fish. He is like a man made of the sea.
We can go like kind of more bluish if you want. At the moment, they're quite teal.
There's something quite nice actually about. Actually, no, let's leave them as teal, because then they are like, it's implied that his irises are like the same thing that his skin is. They are the water in there, and it's just a moment of, like the white is actually just a small amount. Yeah, I think I like that. In short.
I can give you a little bit of a manual.
Oh yeah, that's
zoom
great.
In. Sorry, that's just me finding a way to zoom in.
No, that's great.
Cool. In that case, we're gonna go up here. Gonna press save. Amazing. And that's Polaris.
That's Polaris.
He looks so badass.
He really does.
Cool. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are curious about like these minis and how to do homemade minis and stuff, then just go to heroforge.com and you can do all these colours and such like, and have them printed in colour. Which is amazing, especially if, like me, you are no good at painting. You can always get them done without colour if you really want to paint as well. And as you've seen, there's so many different options, which is really cool. Thank you so much to Tom for helping figure out Polaris. And if you're curious to see Polaris in action, then Undergods is the first Tuesday of every month. Typically in the afternoons, and it's live streamed on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted. And the best way to keep up to date with new dates and show information is at Adventurers250 on Twitter. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.
Arr.